What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday. I wasn't planning on doing a live stream tonight, but I figured why not jump on here. I was about to redo my things I love about UFC 282 video, which I had recorded but never released, and then all the news came out. And I was going to redo that video, and I was also thinking about redoing the things I hate about UFC 282 because it's changed quite a bit. But then I was sitting here for a minute and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to jump on live. I know there's some people watching PFL. There's nobody paying for it. That's for damn sure. But we could talk about Marlon Moraes getting KO'd. I saw the highlight there. Really, really depressing. Really, really sad. I've said it a million times and I'll say it again. He still has very good MMA skills. And I didn't even see the entire fight, but I heard apparently he was dominating. He has good MMA skills. He has a massive off button on his chin. So there's really nothing. I don't know what to say. I mean, he retired and then he came back and now he's getting brutalized in PFL. So there's still a lot to talk about. I haven't been live since Wednesday night when we got the news about UFC 282. Jiri Prochazka is injured. Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz is the new UFC 282 main event. Paddy Pimblett versus Jarrett Gordon is the co-main event of a pay-per-view. I don't know what's going on there. And we got UFC Orlando coming up, which I really got to get started on some prediction videos for that because I'm going to do at least like 3 or 4, I think. But I figured I'd jump on here anyway and basically slack off on doing actual videos and do a live stream and talk to you guys instead. Is there anyone actually watching PFL who has paid for the pay-per-view? That's what I would like to know. I don't think anybody's buying that. I think it probably did less than 50 buys, to be honest. Like, I mean, who is buying that? You know, and I know some people maybe say, oh, you're a casual, who this and that. But I love MMA. I ain't paying $55 to watch Kayla Harrison, okay? Never, ever, 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 ever. So maybe some of you are. I did a poll on the channel. Let me actually pull up the results of the poll on my channel. Just out of sheer curiosity. Let's see what I got going on the poll. Go to YouTube, community. I did a poll yesterday. Are you buying PFL paper? Are you buying the PFL pay-per-view tonight? I did it earlier today. 94%. 94%. Said no. Jeez Louise. 6% said yes, and I think 5% of those are lying. So, I don't know. I don't know what to say. They're giving out lots of money, so I'm happy to hear that. But I can't say I'm particularly interested in the card, to be honest. What's up, Homework? What's up, Fries? I can't watch PFL. The pacing is too bad. Yeah, I don't even care. I don't care enough. I'm never a person to really stream events just because it's not worth, for me, it's not worth the unreliability, and especially for something like PFL. I mean, I watch enough MMA. That card is not enough for me to watch and pay for. So I'm not watching it. Who you got between Jan and Ankalaev for the belt? I'm leaning heavily towards Magomed Ankalaev. I just think he's too well-rounded, too young, too big, too strong, too powerful, too well-rounded. So I think he gets it done. Bitsy said, I'm streaming, not buying. Cool. Kayla Harrison with Smash Nunes. We don't really know because she's never fought anyone. Plus, she's 2 weight classes above. Doesn't she fight at 55? So, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Does she fight at 45? I'm going to look that up real quick because now I feel dumb. Major results on Tapology. No, she fights at 55. So, Kayla Harrison's two weight classes above Nunes. And has fought nothing but grocery store cashiers. So, it is what it is. Apparently, Ladd is losing to Bud. How embarrassing. Apparently, Ladd won via decision. Split decision. Is PFL happening right now? Yes. Lad was losing. It was a robbery. I'll take your word for it. I have not watched. I have not watched it and don't plan on watching it. So I can't say. So you'll have to fill me in. I mean, who cares about Aspen Ladd anymore? She can't even make weight half the time. She's over in PFL fighting Julia Budd. I mean, come on now. Ladd should retire. They really wanted Ladd and Harrison. They had to rig it. I don't know about all that, but maybe. It was such a robbery. Was it? I'm going to go look at Twitter real quick and see what people are saying. I see PFL already posting pictures of Aspen Ladd. Yeah, they probably want her to fight Kayla Harrison. They say, look, she's beating up UFC competition. So that's what they'll probably say. But whatever. I won't be watching that unless it's free. I can't watch that. I can't watch that. We'll put that, hold on, PFL 10. We'll put that in the title too, since we're talking about it so much. But yeah, I mean, does anyone really care to see Aspen Ladd fight Kayla Harrison? I'm not with it. But apparently, according to Bitsy, it was such a robbery that she won. I can't say I'll ever go back and watch it, to be honest. I can't say I will. But thank you guys for joining me on this random live stream. I just randomly decided to jump on literally 5 minutes ago, basically. Whenever you've seen it pop up as scheduled, is when I decided to do it. Just post. Ooh, that's not the right link. I'm posting out the link. I always forget to post it. Give me that link real quick. Okay. Now, just combat sport. Glad there's something on. Yeah, I guess so. Brendan Loughnane versus Bubba Jenkins co-main event. I feel like I just watched Brendan lose not that long ago. I wonder if it was Magomed Ankalaev. I don't know how you say his name. Used to be in the UFC, but not anymore. It's crazy that I can't believe. I really would love to see the numbers on the pay-per-view for this. I hope it does well. I mean, I know I'm shitting on it, but competition between MMA companies is good. So I kind of hope it does well. I wonder who's actually there. It's at Madison Square Garden in New York City. I saw all the pictures of them squaring off. I just can't believe Marlon got TKO'd. Jeez Louise, that hurts. That actually hurts just knowing that. Because, I mean, how many times in a row now has he been KO'd? So we got KO'd tonight, or TKO'd, I guess. KO'd by Song Yadong, KO'd by Marab, KO'd by Rob Font, KO'd by Corey Sandhagen, beat Aldo by split decision in a fight majority people thought he lost, and then got TKO'd by Henry Cejudo. I mean, his brain can't be doing good, guys. His brain, I mean, come on now. And I swear Marlon was so good when he was in it's technically PFL, but World Series of Fighting. He was so good back when he was fighting in the early days before he came to the UFC. Or no, yeah, WSOF, yeah, World Series of Fighting. I'm dumb. I just said that, but then I was looking at it. Yeah, he was nasty. He has a KO win over Aljamain Sterling. I thought when he came to the UFC, he would win the belt for a bit. I was confident he was going to beat Henry Cejudo, and he did very well. You go back and watch that fight, he won early, but then he gassed, like he always seems to do. But he went on a nice streak after he lost his UFC debut by split decision. He beat John Dodson. He beat Aljamain Sterling by first round KO. He beat Jimmy Rivera by head kick TKO in the first round. He guillotined Rafael Sunsao in the first round. I remember that fight. I think it was a main event. If I remember. Yeah, it was a main event. And then he got the title shot against Henry Cejudo when TJ tested positive. So everything was looking good. And then Cejudo beat him. Imagine going from winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Imagine winning 17 out of 18. And then after that, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going 1-6. So 17 out of 18 and then going 1-6. And all but one of those. No, all of them are by finish. So you get finished 6 times. That is unreal. But that's the MMA world. Should have stayed retired. I mean, and you know what's crazy? This is a rematch. I didn't know he fought Shaymore before. Way back in 2015, he fought the same guy. Shaymon. I didn't even know that. That's how out of touch I am with WSOF. UFC 285 card should be Francis Jones, Sterling Cejudo, Khamzat Colby, Jan Chito, and Poirier Gaethje 2. You have way too much hope with the UFC. That is not going to happen. Never, ever, ever is that going to happen. Chimaev and GSP in the crowd. That's pretty cool. I saw that Chimaev was in New York. I wonder what specifically he's there for. Have a teammate, I guess, maybe? Fighting? What's up, Joey? This does no more than 25K pay-per-view buys. Wouldn't shock me. It would shock me if it did 25K. I don't think it does more than 10K. I don't think it does more than 10K. Honestly, I'd be shocked if it got 100 real buys. Maybe I'm crazy. I can't even believe that if it would get 100 buys. That would be shocking to me. 100 buys would be shocking. But I hope they release the numbers. Because I'd love to hear them. These idiots making card builders don't rise. This is a company. No way UFC puts that many stars on one card. Don't really. That's just what he's saying he wants. They probably paid Chimaev. I heard PFL pays media to come to their events. That's wild. I should have hit WSOF up and they could have paid for me to come. I see GSP and Khamzat took a picture together. Dude, look how much bigger Khamzat looks than GSP. And GSP is a big guy. I wonder what a GSP Khamzat Chimaev, GSP in his prime, would be. UFC 282 early prediction. I got Magomed Ankalaev. Definitely got more than 100 buys. I'm guessing 15K. Dude, how is it getting 15K? I don't even know if 15K people know about the card. And if they do, they're being paid to be there. By the way, guys, I forgot to say in the beginning, but make sure to like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it if you would like the stream. I don't know how long I'm going to be on tonight, but we're going to talk about whatever. And then I'm hopefully going to record one video, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving too, by the way. I haven't seen you since the day before, so... UFC 285 is a London card or 286. It's 286 is going to be the London card, from what I understand. 285 is going to be a Las Vegas card. 284 is going to be the Australia card. 283 is going to be the Brazil card. Forgot to like, just smashed it. No, I understand. I understand what you mean, dude, about the pay-per-view buys. But I don't think anybody knows about it, dude. PFL, let's look at their YouTube channel. Let's see what they're getting on their YouTube channel. Dude, I don't even understand. What makes you think? For face-offs, for weigh-ins, they got 52K views on their YouTube channel. For the official weigh-in highlights 1 day ago, they only got 3.8K views. Dan Hardy's keys to victory for Stevie Ray, 450 views. Dude, they're not even getting good views on their YouTube channel. I mean, they have like sporadic ones here and there. They got look, listen, they got I think this is like a promotion for tonight. It is 46 minutes long. They posted it 3 days ago. They got 3.9K views. That is crazy. And there is some here and there. This one's got 82,000 views. It's got 136 likes. I don't think you understand how unpopular and how bad they are at promoting PFL. So look at this channel. I mean, we're talking 356 views. 726 views for a 400,000+ subscriber channel. This channel's dead as shit for as many subscribers as they have. If I had to put a realistic number on it, I think it does. If I had to put a realistic number on it, I think it does under 10,000 buys. That's the fact that, and I don't say, I'm not one of these people. I know a lot of people nowadays will be like, oh, well, this means that, and this means that, Instagram views and Instagram likes and YouTube. All I'm saying is if they can't get people to watch their YouTube videos, they ain't getting people to pay $55. They ain't getting people to pay $55. I mean, look at this. This is 6 days ago. And this is about Kayla Harrison's opponent. It's got 1.3K views 6 days ago. We're talking video highlights barely getting anything. They're getting probably the most views. Kayla Harrison free fight, 10K views. You can't get 10K people to watch it. So, I mean, guys, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a massive promotional failure. It wouldn't shock me if people get fired because of this. The PFL and Bellator and all these companies seem to think you just throw together a pay-per-view card and it's going to sell. That's not how it works. The reason the UFC is so good is the ease of access for promotional content for their fighters and the quality of what they do. You can easily get to know these fighters. The UFC, whether it be Dana White himself, whether it be the countdown videos, whether it be this or that, they put them together in a real nice package. They're easy to find. It's very easy to find their start times as well. And they do a very good job at promoting it. I'm one of the most hardcore fans there is. It is hard for me to find start times for some of these PFL events. I will search for 5-10 minutes online before I finally find the start time. They are horrific at promoting events. I'm telling you right now, and I don't know if we'll ever get the answer. Maybe I'll be dead wrong because this is just a shot in the dark. I think it does under 10,000 buys. It wouldn't shock me if you told me it did 5,000 buys. This is horrific. Horrific. I mean, it's hard to believe that they can have a card where they're crowning 6, I guess, tournament champions or whatever. I don't even know. They're giving away $6 million. And nobody wants to tune in. Nobody wants to tune in. I mean, again, I'm one of the most hardcore fans. I just barely know who these fighters are. And it's not because I don't try to. Maybe a little bit of lack of effort. A little bit, but not much. It's just PFL doesn't do a good job of putting them out there. So, good luck. We'll never hear those pay-per-view numbers because they're making about $350 tonight. And it's not going to cover the cost. It's not even going to cover the cost of them renting out Madison Square Garden. So, it's horrific. It's horrific. It's going to be a massive financial disaster, in my opinion. I think they're definitely losing money on this card. 100%. There's no way. There is no way. Even 50. What's $55? Let me see $55 real quick. Let me take a look. See. So if you take $55 and let's say even it does 15,000 views, that's not even $1 million. Sheesh. Somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired. I mean, imagine thinking Kayla Harrison can headline a pay-per-view. Massive miscalculation by PFL. But we'll move on until I run into another question about it. So it is what it is. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, subscribe. He was winning, but his chin is glass. His chin's been glass for a couple years now. Who did the cooking for Thanksgiving, Joey? My fiance did. Got my UFC 284 tickets. Can't wait. That is awesome. I hope you have a good time. UFC Orlando stream, most likely. Are you Canadian? No, I'm not. I don't know why they do pay-per-views anymore. Everyone moved on to streaming services. Just put it there. Yeah. Especially for these companies that don't even get live viewers for free. I mean, I don't get it. But man, I'm not a promoter though, I guess. What time is the PFL card? I don't fucking know, dude. It's on right now. That's all I know. What's up, Benji? Confirmed Joey is more popular on YouTube than PFL. I get no, not really. Maybe if you compare certain videos, cherry pick, but not really. Here and there, maybe. But they have some that just shoot off. Like this one has 52K, 189K. But I'm almost wondering if they're inflating these. Because it's got 189K and it's only got 107 likes. That and 36 comments. That don't add up to me. That don't add up at all. You heard it here first. I think PFL is buying views on some of these videos. I mean, how you got 189K, you get 100 likes. I mean, just for comparison, let's go find a video of mine that has 100 likes on it. Let's go take a looky. See. Okay. I have more likes on a video that has 5,000 views. I have 157 likes on a video that has almost 3,000 views. I have 122 likes on a video that has 2,200 views. 109 likes, which is the same amount of likes as they have on a 189,000 view video. I have the same amount of likes on this video. I have 2,500 views, and I have 26 comments. They got 36 comments. I'm telling you guys right now, that video right there, now that I just took a little bit of a deeper dive, they are buying views. PFL is buying views on their YouTube channel. So they're doing even worse than I thought. I mean, that is horrific. That is horrific. You can easily tell if a channel's buying views. Because if you find a video, like let's go to my most popular video. I have 52K as my most popular video, okay? Now you click on this video. Let's see how many likes it has. 500 and some likes, okay? That's about right, and over 1,000 comments. So that's real. That's real. For a video with 1/4 of the views of PFL, they have 100 likes, 36 comments. For a video I have with 1/4 of the views, right around a year ago, when my channel only had like 1,500 subscribers, maybe, I got 504 likes and over 1,000 comments. So, I don't know. PFL is buying views on their YouTube channel. They're paying media members to come to their events. They don't hit me up. I would go, but I'd tell you guys about it. I mean, come on now. But they got to pay me to go, too. Not only pay for me to go. Okay, where are we at? PFL is confirmed MMA Joe is more popular on YouTube than PFL. I think I might be, dude. I think I might be. Now that you say it. I won't go that far, but it's close. Joey can do 726 views in his sleep. Yeah. PFL was trash. That little GoPro shot they do is so cringe. What's up, Joey? Late to the stream. What did you think of Moraes getting KO'd again? Super depressing. Super depressing. And it's, I mean, he should have stayed retired. We all shouldn't. We all knew that was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. Joe, your Usman Nurmagomedov versus Pitbull prediction did 5.2K views. You did a better job of promoting that title fight than Bellator. I don't know. Bellator and PFL are terrible at promoting their fights. I'm telling you, they're terrible at doing it. What I want to know is, how is PFL going to pay $6 million? Does that sponsor pay that much? I don't know. They got some deep pockets, I guess, that are invested in them. Joey, in just 10 days, your Nurmagomedov versus Pitbull video is the 17th most popular video on your channel. You know what? One thing I find really cool about having a YouTube channel is there's other people that kind of keep up with the growth and what's going on with my channel, like Benji just did. I think it was Benji, right? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you checking it out. It's cool. It's cool. I mean, I've had a lot of good videos as far as views in the past 2 months, honestly. You look at it, you know, Blanchfield versus McCann is my 8th, 9th, 10th most viewed video. Reasons I Hate 281 is my 9th most viewed video. Hooker versus Puelis, like 15th most viewed video. A lot of my recent videos are doing very well. The channel has hit a new stride of elevation. I can see it on all the charts, on all the analytics. And I kind of been slacking off like this past week or so. I don't really consider slacking off, but I haven't made as much as I could have, or I should have, really. But it's been a busy time. And one thing I don't think a lot of people realize is how long it takes to make one video. You know, I had some camera issues the other day. I spent probably 4 hours, 5 hours making 2 videos. 30 minutes of content. Took me over 4 hours. Maybe even 5. And guess what? One of those videos is completely ruined by the Jiri Prochazka injury. I can't even use it. I never even edited it either. So I didn't even edit it yet. But I would say typically edit it, record it, upload it. At least for like a good like video, or a good like not just like a breaking news reaction type video, but something that requires a little bit more depth and a little bit more thought. At least an hour and a half, 2 hours. Get a couple pictures in there. So it's very time consuming. That's why I want to get a new computer badly, because it'll save me a lot of time. A lot of time. Jeremy Stevens getting choked out made me happy. Yeah, I hate Jeremy Stevens with a passion, so I'm happy too. Okay, where was I at? It just jumped all the way down. Guys, keep filling the chat with questions. If you have not liked the stream yet, do me a favor and like the stream, share the stream. Anything to help. Appreciate you guys. Joe, you have to kill me before I sit through another Aspen Ladd fight. I'd jump in a wood chipper. Views to engagement doesn't match right. Think they're buying views. There you go. I'm assuming you're talking about PFL when you say they are. For sure. Joey's more popular in PFL. There you go. I miss Bisbing DC Rogan commentary. I'm hurt. Stop it. Hey, Joey, I watched Tony and Pettis the other night and forgot how good Tony was, even with a huge knee injury. If he didn't have all the injuries at lightweight, could he have been the lightweight GOAT? Nah, he would have got smashed by Habib regardless. What's up, Joey? What's going on? Aspen Ladd is the GOAT. Would let her dominate me. Okay. What do you think about UFC 282? Main card is kind of mediocre. I'm actually planning to do a video either tonight and it'll be out tomorrow, or tomorrow and it'll be out tomorrow, about that very thing. Main card is very mediocre. Yeah, terrible promotion. No one is buying this. Maybe you for your YouTube. I didn't even buy it, dude. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching that garbage. Paying $55. I know I'm right. You must get a write-off on the events. I'm going to this year. Last year, I didn't make enough to do that. Well, I could have still, but it wouldn't have really mattered that much. But this year, I'm going to write off all the expenses. So, hit the like button, fellas. Yeah, I would appreciate it. 4 hours for 2 videos. Holy shit, that's half a day's work. People don't really, it takes a long time. If you want to make something half decent, it takes a long, long time. Just for UFC, I was talking about this the other day. Just for UFC 281 side by sides and tail of the tape graphics, I probably spent, I would say, anywhere between 5 and 8 hours just making the side by sides. It takes a lot of time. I mean, people don't realize it. They think, oh, it's just a 10-minute video. It took them 10 minutes. No. First off, you have to, and I don't script anything. I go off the top of my head, but I have an idea. Like before I do the video, I have to like think and kind of gather my thoughts and plan out what I want to say. Sometimes I'll type like a little quick couple notes, like kind of the direction of events I want to go in. And then you have to edit it. Then you have to render it. If it's in 4K, it takes even longer to render. Then if you want to throw some pictures in there, you have to find those pictures. And I only like to use high quality pictures. And then you have to upload it, which doesn't take long. I got fast internet, so it uploads pretty fast. But then you have to make a nice thumbnail. You have to brainstorm a title. You have to brainstorm a thumbnail as well. So it takes a lot more time than you would think. Don't get me wrong. There is some that boom, wham, bam. Like let me go look at a couple of them. Okay. Easy. Okay, the last one I had that was really easy was UFC Super Fight. That probably took me, that's a 13-minute video. That probably took me 45 minutes to an hour to do. Between rendering it, recording it, it was just a quick reaction, early prediction. So quickly record it, edit it, throw a couple side-by-sides in there. Easy thumbnail. So, but yeah, the 2 videos the other day was super defeating for the 4 hours because it was because of camera issues. So it was I was having some issue with my camera. It kept shutting off mid-video. So then I had to restart. Eventually I got it fixed, but I don't know what was going on. And then one of the videos that I recorded, I never even released because it ruined it with the Jiri injury. Jeremy Stevens talking about how he uses urges to Bundy and Dahmer was so cringe. I seen somebody tweet about that, but I didn't watch it. Is there a UFC event tomorrow? No. Do we know the exact shoulder injury of Jiri? No, we do not. Damaged TRT bone? Volk, champ? No. Your 10-minute videos shouldn't take you hours. You may be taking breaks. I didn't say 10-minute videos take hours. I would say on average a 10 to 15-minute video with everything I do for it. Shortest would be about an hour. A really easy video. Other than that, about an hour to hour and a half. But no, I'm not taking breaks. What do you think? I'll walk out of here and then come back and record some more? No. It's one shot anyway. But you have to realize how much it takes editing it, throwing photos in there, throwing graphics in there, coming up with a thumbnail, rendering it out. And rendering out 4K videos takes the exact amount of time the video records. So if you render a 15-minute video, it takes 15 minutes. So, Mario, thank you for the 6 months of membership. I greatly appreciate you. Where are we at? Joey, how do you see Armin versus Demir going? That's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know. That's going to be a tough fight to pick. I'm going to have to watch some tape on that one. That's a 50-50 fight. I lean Armin. I think he might be a slightly better striker, but my opinion could change when I watch some tape of him. I think they're very close and evenly matched. Jeremy has to be top 10 most unlikable fighters ever. Yeah, I hate Jeremy Stevens with a passion. So I would agree with you 150% on that one. Krylov or Spann? I'm picking Spann. Crazy KO power. Basically a heavyweight fighting a light heavyweight. Krylov always gets hit. And I think Spann's just going to bulldoze him in the first round. Do you think Bubba Jenkins will win? I favor him to win. Let's see what people in Tapology think. I would pick Bubba Jenkins. Probably. Apparently he's a slight underdog. I don't remember the last time I seen Brendan fight. I think I saw the Chris Wade fight. But I lean Bubba Jenkins, honestly, but I haven't watched enough tape on it recently. Thank you again, Mario, for the 6 months of membership. If anybody else wants to become a member, the link is in the description. Mario, you a GOAT. Are you only taking MMA questions because you skipped mine? What was your question? I don't even see it. I don't even. Oh, how old are you? I've answered so many times I've stopped answering it. Sorry, my friend. The lightweight division is so exciting. If only we could get Rafa versus Gaethje fight booked. That's the only fight to make is Rafael Fiziev versus Justin Gaethje. I know there's a million other ones, but in my opinion, that's the fight to make. That's the fight to make. Spanish just a nasty guy. He's so big, too. I mean, he's humongous. He's absolutely humongous. What do you think about Conor versus Masvidal in April 2023? Since packing 2 pay-per-views in March. It's not going to happen. At best, Conor fights in July of next year, I would say. Hey, Joey, how you doing, big man? I'm doing good. How are you, Anthony? I hope you're doing well. You think 282 is a big letdown for the end of the year? Yes. Yes. I'm going to make a video about it. That's probably the video I'm going to record tonight. And then that'll be out tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see how long we stay on stream for. We're already been on here for almost 40 minutes. That's crazy. One of these days, I'm going to not stream for like 2 weeks and see what it's like when I come back. It'll be weird. Just make videos for 2 weeks. I wonder if you guys will miss me at that point. It's weird. Like we basically talk like what? At least 2 to 3 times a week. That's weird. That's really weird when you think about it. Can't wait to see what the main event for 283 is. I don't know what it could be. I'm wondering if somehow they do Pereira versus Hamzat. Could they do it? Maybe. Okay, read that. But also, Conor versus Masvidal will not be in April 2023. It will be Jones. Joey the GOAT, appreciate you. I'd rather see Conor versus Chandler International Fight Week. Yeah, if I had to guess, that's when Conor's next fight will be International Fight Week. Either Chandler or Masvidal. But I could see him just giving him the dead corpse of Tony Ferguson. Do you believe Marlon has officially earned the first-class seat of the Dom Reyes airline, both going to No Chin City? That was corny, but it's the Marlon Moraes airline. It's not the Dom Reyes airline. I have a strong feeling Pereira versus Hamzat 283 is going to happen. It wouldn't shock me. I laid it out in the video I did about the fight. It would not shock me because it doesn't ruin a huge fight. No matter who wins, there's still every huge fight you can imagine. You know? Every fight you can imagine is still there. Nunes versus Valentina 3, 283 main event. That'd be fun. That'd be very fun. But we'll see. Can Rob Wilkinson beat anyone in the top 10 at the UFC? I didn't see his performance tonight, so it's hard for me to say. But maybe. But probably not. Jenkins' calf has been destroyed. What are your thoughts on Conor and Artem? Sounds about right, you know. Sounds about right. You know, when there's millions upon hundreds of millions of dollars on the line, stuff gets a little fishy between friends. So, I don't know why there's this. I have a random box up in the corner on my camera. But when there's hundreds of millions on the line, stuff gets fishy. Rock shoes gift sucker punch. I hear you, JJ Smoke. I hear you. I just saw that. Brian Barberina should be cut for only fighting guys past their prime. The UFC's offering them. UFC's offering them up. So there's nothing we can do about it. But Artem versus Connor is going to be very interesting, by the way. Jenkins Cat 283 is looking awful. 282 and 283 look horrendous. Bro, Nunes versus Valentina 3 over Moreno versus Figgy 4 is crazy. Make Figgy 4 main event and co-main. I doubt it. I doubt they'll do that, but I prefer Figgy Moreno 4. Figgy Moreno 4 is a lot of fun. Do you think One Championship is the second highest skill organization or surpasses the UFC? It's tough to say who's second, but probably one. But it doesn't surpass the UFC. 286 could potentially have Hamzat versus Colby, Arnold Allen versus Max Holloway, and Usman Edwards 3 card of the year. I think there's going to be a lot of good cards the middle of next year. It seems like nobody wants to fight. It seems like nobody wants to fight in December or even early January. I just knocked down an empty water bottle, but it is what it is. So, you know, in that March, April, May, June, July, we kind of usually get spoiled a little bit. So, you ever tried Proper 12? I don't drink, so no, I have not. Any fight Amanda Nunes could have does not interest me. Are you guys insane? 283 looks amazing, does it? I think you're joking right now. UFC 283. Let me take a look. Zero search results somehow. Let me take a look. UFC 283 is right around the corner. It looks horrendous, dude. What the hell? 283 is awful. I mean, there is some okay fights. I mean, Paul Craig, Johnny Walker's fun. Mauricio Shogun, who even wants to see him fight anymore? He's been fighting since 1965. Brad Tavares, Gregory Rodriguez. I'm excited to see Gregory Rodriguez, Brad Tavares, but that's like a main card opener at best. I mean, 283 is not looking good. Dude, in my opinion, 282 looks really good. The main card looks horrendous at 282. 282, as far as depth, looks pretty good. So, that's the problem there. That is the problem. So, that is going to be the video, actually. So, you guys will, you guys get a sneak peek on the stream. The video about 282 is going to be they need to reshuffle the card because the main card looks horrendous. Francis KOs Jones in the first or second round. If Reyes with his TX arms could hit him, so can Francis. Yeah, I guess so, but you'll have to see. Jones could have not been taking him seriously. Ankalaev versus Jan prediction. I think Ankalaev finishes him. But Jan can put any man to sleep. December 3 fight night is better than UFC 283. Disagree only based on Figgy Moreno 4. I like Figgy Moreno 4 better than all the fights on December 3rd. These kiddos don't know what stacked cards were like before the pandemic. That is true. 282 has great prelims and early prelims. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. But the main card looks ugly. Is UFC 222 a sacrificial lamb for 223? Yes. Yes, it is. Whose main event on December 3rd card? Kevin Holland and Wonderboy Thompson. Ugh. Who has better talent, Bellator, PFL, or one? It's hard for me to say, man. It's really hard for me to say, but I would lean one. 283 has some good fighters, weird matchups. Yeah, but none of it's really pay-per-view quality, in my opinion, outside of the Figgy Moreno 4 fight. Who you got, Thompson or Kevin? I'm leaning Thompson. But I could see, you know, Thompson's getting old and kind of a little bit chinny. I could see him getting KO'd. UFC 282 is underrated. Bryce versus Ilya is an incredible fight. Easily the best on the card. I'm going to be talking about that in a very close video coming up. Maybe things I love about UFC 282. That is my favorite fight on the card, though. So there's a little hint. But I got to re-record the video because Jiri Prochazka is now injured. So the video is basically out of date because I recorded it 24 hours before Jiri got injured. It was supposed to be released the day Jiri got injured. But Bryce versus Ilya, my favorite fight on the card. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. I was thinking of going to UFC Orlando, but $300, I don't think so. Yeah, it's a little bit pricey. It's a little bit pricey. What's next for Holland if he beats Thompson? I don't know, man. He'll probably ask for maybe Vicente Luque or something. I don't think Kevin Holland should be in the top 10 of the welterweight rankings ever. That's a shame. That's really a shame. Because Wonderboy's number 6 right now. There's no way he should get ranked in the top 10 for beating Wonderboy Thompson. Wonderboy Thompson hasn't won a fight in God knows how long. What was Wonderboy's last win? Somebody fill me in. But maybe he'll ask to fight Vicente Luque. Outside of that, I mean, he's not beating Gilbert Burns. He's not beating Bilal. He's not beating Hamza. He's not beating Colby. He's not beating Kamaru. He's not beating Leon. He could maybe beat Jeff Neal. Doubtful. He could beat Sean Brady. Maybe, but probably get out wrestled. But Brady has a gas tank issue. He's getting destroyed by Shavkat. He'll probably ask for Jorge Masvidal. That's the fight he'll ask for, I think. Francis has gotten much more well-rounded, so it's hard to choose John and Francis. Agreed. Marlon Moraes must be saved. Yeah, somebody needs to talk to the man. Somebody needs to talk to the man. It's getting bad. It's getting really, really bad. UFC needs to do Curtis Blades versus Gone. I would love that fight. Should Jonathan Almeida keep fighting at heavyweight? Yeah, if he keeps fighting unranked heavyweights and beating them up. Actually, is he finally fighting Shamil again? Is Shamil ranked? Yeah, Shamil's number 15. If I was Jalton, I would keep fighting unranked heavyweights and beating the shit out of them. Yeah, main card whack, maybe postpone Ty versus Sergey and shuffle Jarrett versus Strickland in 282 and have Armin versus Demir as the main event. That would fix it somewhat. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into some of those options and I'll talk about it in the video. So don't be surprised if you hear some of those stuff in the video. Who did you pick in your Glover or Jiri? Who did you pick in your video, Glover or Jiri? Well, I didn't pick the fights in the video that I'm talking about. Is ruined. But I'm leaning Jiri. And if you're talking about back at UFC 275, I picked Jiri. I picked Jiri by 5th round sub. I'm kidding. I picked Jiri, I think, by TKO. Should UFC even run the risk of giving Allen to Max, just wasting fresh blood for Volk? I don't know, man. That's a good question. That's a good question. He already beat Jeff. Yeah, but that was forever ago. That was forever ago. You're talking about Kevin Holland, right? Oh, Jeff Neal was Wonderboy's last win at 2020. Drew Dober or Bobby Green? I'll say Drew Dober, but Bobby Green sometimes looks like the elite on some nights. On some nights. But next week, Thompson going to spinning wheel kick Holland into round 4. We'll see. Does Cyril beat Francis in a rematch? I'm going to say no. But it's possible. Gane is very, very good. Gane is very good. Did Marlon Moraes get KO'd by a relative of his because his last name? I don't think they're related. But he did get TKO'd. He got finished yet again by strikes. Very depressing. Very, very depressing. So what's up next? The main event? Is that what's going on next? At PFL? Let me take a look. Major organizations. Major results. PFL. Yep. So Bubba Jackson, Brendan's going on right now. Do you think Ty will make it to Australia if he beats Sergey? Depends. I mean, if you got a quick KO, yes. I just seen a quick search online and I see PFL pays their fighters same as UFC or even more, contrary to what people believe. I don't know. We don't really know because, PFL is kind of inflated by the millions that they're giving away. But I don't know if you compare directly apples to apples, lower level fighters to lower level fighters, mid range to mid range. Realistically, what would the UFC do if Max goes on a 3-4 white win streak over featherweight contender? They ain't going to match him against not enough featherweight contenders if Volk's still the champion. Kayla Harrison's about to become a millionaire. She already is. It's still going. How much longer until they give Patty a ranked fighter? I'd say at least 2 more. So Jarrett Gordon, then 1 more. And then they're going to cherry pick the shit out of his first ranked fighter. But it's going to be hard. I mean, maybe if they give him Tony Ferguson, that'll be a sham. You will never catch me watching PFL. Yeah, that'd be embarrassing. Seeing all those L's on Marlon's record is depressing. We talked about that earlier. It is very, very unfortunate. I mean, he has so many losses. So many losses on his record now. And it's actually sad. At one point, he was one of the best in the world. But he's got an off button on his chin. Rodriguez versus Emmett prediction. I'm leaning Rodriguez, but I could see him getting out wrestled by Emmett. Considering how well Rob Wilkinson is doing in PFL, I would love to see him rematch Izzy again. I wouldn't. I think he'd lose again. At this point, the loser of Mac's fight would be next in line for the championship. Yeah, I guess so. Waiting for your PFL play-by-play? I'm not doing a PFL play-by-play. We're talking about PFL, but I'm not watching PFL. I don't care about PFL tonight. To be quite honest. Even though I feel bad not watching it, but I don't support that bullshit. Henry or Aljo? I'm going Henry all day. Aljo, that's why Aljo so desperately wants Sean O'Malley. So desperately wants Sean O'Malley. So he knows that O'Malley's a much easier matchup than Henry Cejudo. That's why he's begging for it. Max versus Allen on the England card? Yeah, I think that sounds good. Or Allen versus Ortega. You do Allen versus Ortega. It would be fun. What card do you think Henry will be Henry versus or Aljo? What card do you think will be Henry versus Aljo? I'm assuming you're asking. It'll probably be... I think there's a slight chance they do 3 title fights on 284. But my guess is 285 or 287. So I'm going to say 285 in March. Early March in Las Vegas. That's when it'll happen. If Henry is serious about 45, why don't they just book Allen versus Cejudo? Cejudo's just trying to get paid. That's it. He just wants the fight that's going to get him paid the most. That's what he's hoping to do. So that's what's probably going to happen. I know Henry versus Aljo is already done deal, but I think Aljo's scared. We'll see. Apparently, it's not a done deal, according to Aljo. And I wouldn't trust a word that Ali Abdelaziz says. So, what do you think Reyes is going to do next? Retire or take another year off? Probably take another fight, get brutally KO'd again. And probably fight Khalil Roundtree. He'll probably fight Khalil Roundtree next. He'll probably get KO'd again. I mean, there's no easy fights. I mean, even if he fights Dustin, I don't even favor him over Dustin Jacoby at this point. So, it's unfortunate. Fight is over. Jenkins lost, but waiting for decision. Okay. Queen Kayla's next. LOL. He said he wants 45 1 minute, then wants the 35 belt. He's just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks because nobody cared that he retired. Are managers allowed to say fights are done deals without the UFC or reporters announcing it first? They can say whatever they want. I mean, there's no law against it. So, Reyes is definitely getting cut if he loses again. Isn't that crazy to think? He may never win another UFC fight again after fighting John Jones. He may never win another UFC fight again. That's craziness. If Aljo, you think Jacoby beat Roundtree or fair judging? Jacoby should have won that fight. But I could slightly see it. But it was basically robbery. If Aljo ever wanted to be a legendary fighter, he must fight Henry O'Malley, but nothing for resume because he clearly would be the favorite. I need to see him fight Jan again. I think Reyes should get cut now. Dude, he's been KO'd 3 brutally straight times. PFL literally picks up scraps from the UFC. Early prediction for Smith versus Hill. I'm leaning Anthony later round finish. Yeah, I could see Anthony by sub. Or Hill by first round KO. That's going to be a tough fight to pick. If Aljo beats Henry, would you call him the bantamweight GOAT? No. Absolutely not. I think Jan beat him both times, so how could I consider him bantamweight GOAT? It's crazy, Jan, the streak Jan is on. It's absolute insanity. But nah, if he beats Henry Cejudo, I'm not calling him GOAT. Hell no. Hell no. Why would I call him that? It's hard to believe I got on here an hour ago. Imagine if Jiri pulled a TJ and fought Glover with a bad shoulder. I'm so glad he didn't. That'd have been horrible. That'd have been horrible. What TJ did was annoying as hell. We could have got a different contender in there. We could have got Jan in there again. So, apparently, Brendan got a 4th round TKO. There you go. Oh, I'm seeing the finish here. Swarming him up against the fence. Big knees. Ooh. Bubba was wearing them well, though. I'm watching the finish now. Oh, that was in the 3rd round. He's just beating him up in the 3rd round. That was a clip. It wasn't the TKO. Okay. Did you listen to your boy O'Malley on your other boy's podcast? No, I did not. And I probably won't. I know I won't, actually. Joey, would you consider the winner of Jan versus Ankalaev a legit champ? Probably not if it's Jan, but probably if it's Ankalaev. Because Jan, we saw him get dominated by Glover. It's hard to consider him the real champ. But Ankalaev hasn't lost, and he's looked very good. So, I don't know. Bubba got knocked out. Okay. If Cejudo beats Aljo, highly likely he would just retire again like GSP. Nah, he wants money. He needs the money. He retired as a negotiating tactic, and it backfired on him. Ankalaev lost against Craig. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. I meant in recent history. And he was beating the shit out of Craig and got subbed in the last round. So, I don't really care about that much. I just meant, like, in the recent history, he's not been finished by any of the top guys that you could point to. You're not going to point to Paul Craig and say he's better than Magomed Ankalaev. Nobody's doing that. It was kind of a fluky finish anyway, but it is what it is, and that was a long time ago. Where Jan just got dominated by Glover Teixeira. So, it's weird. It's weird how both people in the main event of this card are coming off of, like, weird injury wins. You saw Rockage get injured against Jan, and you saw Anthony Smith get injured against Ankalaev. Sam Alvey should have stepped in to fight Glover for the belt. That'd been amazing. That'd be perfect. That'd been way better. That'd have been way better. Could you imagine? And bring his whole family to watch too. Could you imagine he brought his whole family to watch him fight Glover Teixeira for the belt? That's laughable. That's actually laughable. Who would even want to see that? Jeez Louise. Sam Alvey, did he retire yet, or is he going to fight on? I know he got cut, but is he retiring? Still legit confused why number 4 versus number 5 heavyweight matchup between two KO artists is under RDA Barberina on the card. Maybe the card order isn't set yet. I don't know. I have no idea, but I know what you mean. Sam Alvey's uncrowned champ. Yeah, Sam Alvey, I mean, he's an absolute beast. He's an absolute beast. He would have destroyed Glover, and his whole family would have watched, too. So, I'd rather see Zhang versus Shev than Shev versus Amanda 3. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But Shevchenko would beat up Weili Zhang. She would be too small. She would be way too small. All I know is you better never say, I'd rather see Carla Rose 3. Don't ever say that. Anybody who wants to see Carla Rose 3 needs to get a ban. To get the ban hammer swung at him. Brendan wins via... Someone said do Shane Burgos, Brendan versus Brendan Lognan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I forgot. Santos versus Shev 2 is next. We'll see. It's weird it hasn't been announced yet, though. It's weird it hasn't been announced yet. PFL World Championship. Kayla Harrison looks like a 1990s like Tony Hawk character. She looks like she skateboards. At least in this picture I'm looking at right now. She's straight up jacked. I wonder if she's on PEDs. I would love to know that. Carla Rose 2 was a fight of the year contender. Who doesn't want to see the trilogy? Yeah, I would the only fight. Nah, I would put Rose versus Carla 2 over Jiri versus Glover for sure. I'm telling you straight up, Kayla Harrison might be on some PEDs. I mean, these arms are ridiculous. She is so jacked, but you never know. That's pure speculation. I'm not going to diagnose off of pictures. But it wouldn't surprise me. The eye test, like we all knew Alistair Overeem was on PEDs. That's one you can be like, okay, we know here. Joe, a man chin on women's is an indicator of PEDs. It's actually an indicator to look it up. I'll take your word for it. It's so funny when you sent that picture in the Discord and when we didn't even know it was Kayla and her opponent. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, not Bellator, PFL, well, Bellator too, is horrific at promoting it. And I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was looking at PFL's YouTube channel. I think they buy views. They get no views, and then all of a sudden they get like 100 and some views. And then you look at it, it's got like 100 likes. And I'll have like 150,000 views for 100 likes and like 10 comments. I think PFL's buying viewership on YouTube. It's actually embarrassing. So they can't even run a YouTube channel. And they expect to run a pay-per-view. Let's see what they're saying. I don't even think I didn't watch the fight. I don't even think Brendan. People were acting like he's so elite. Don't get me wrong, he's good. But there was a fight that I saw. I don't remember which one it was. I mean, people are acting like he's going to be competitive in like a UFC featherweight division now. Agree or disagree, Gerald Meerschaert has a better chance of defeating Alex Pereira than Izzy does, in my opinion? No. I mean, Izzy won 80% of their fight. So, no. Izzy has a far better chance of beating Pereira than Meerschaert does. But Meerschaert has a decent chance as well. Colby or Hamzat in 5 rounds, I'll take Hamzat. I rewatched Colby versus Usman 2. I had it 48-47 Colby. I don't know what to tell you. I had it for Usman. Yeah, their views are so inconsistent. I think it's because they're buying views, dude. You look at the interaction, it doesn't match up. It does not match up. They get no views. They get no views at all. I mean, imagine, I'd be so mad if I had 400,000 subscribers and got no views. Now, maybe their views, I mean, their subscribers have at least been cultivated over, you know, like this video has 11 million views, has 35,000 likes and a bunch of comments. But that still ain't almost adding up, you know. It's only got 400 and some comments for 11 million views. I don't know, but maybe that's possible. I never got that many views, so I can't say. But like this one got 5 million views, 11K likes, more comments though. So it's tough to say. I watched this fight live, Andrei Arlovski versus Rumble Johnson. They have it on their YouTube channel in 360p. So yeah, if you remember when Hamzat KO'd Gerald in 17 seconds, imagine what Pereira could do. How is 2-2 80%? What are you talking about? 2-2 is 50%. I don't know. He looked better against Silva than Alex did, but than Izzy did. No, he looked better against Bruno Silva than Alex did. I see what you're saying. I don't know. It's a fair take. I just don't agree with it. I started gaining respect for Izzy, but he's such a sore loser. I mean, I haven't really seen him be a sore loser. I thought he's been all right. I mean, he's going to say it's an early stoppage. It was a little bit early. I haven't seen really anything else. What has he said that made him a sore loser? I thought he's been all right. I watched his entire post-fight presser. What's making him a sore loser? I've gained a lot of respect for him. Jan definitely lost the second time. Not in my opinion, but it's debatable. First round's up for debate. It's 2-2 after that. First round was razor close. Could have went either way. Could have went either way. Could have went either. The first round could have easily went either way, and I thought Jan took it. Please watch all the interviews he's doing. What's he saying? Just point to it. Is he saying it's an early stoppage? What is he complimenting his own performance? I mean, I have not. There would be a clip out there if he said it was a fluke or something like that. He's not allowed to. He's blaming his loss on his perennial nerve kick. These same people are the same people complaining about that are the same people riding O'Malley. I'm sure. But dude, I heard him talk about the perennial nerve. And all he said was, it hindered my movement. He can't give a fair assessment of what he deems a fair assessment of his fight, even if you disagree with it. I'm waiting for a quote from someone that makes me think he's a sore loser. I'm waiting for anything. So, and at the end of the day, even if he's, yeah, exactly, even if he's saying it's the perennial nerve kick, who did that? It's crazy that bum like Stevie Ray beat Anthony Pettis twice. Just showed Pettis is also a bum. There you go. But Silva looked off against Gerald. Maybe Alex took his confidence. I don't know. Maybe. He said it was an early stoppage. Izzy literally said Pereira caused it. Izzy and Usman are honestly humble. Don't see how fans keep hating on him. I haven't seen anything like horrific. Izzy's far from a sore loser. He just handled his loss like a champ. That's all I've seen. I watched his reaction. It was like 2 minutes long on his YouTube channel. He was just evaluating the fight. You know? He's allowed to have an opinion based on the fight, but he hasn't said, oh, he hasn't said, oh, I beat that guy 10 times out of 10. Or I beat that guy, you know, he's not even good. Or, you know, it was a horrific stoppage. He just said it was early, and it was early. Everyone knows it was early. It is what it is, though. But I watched his reaction of his own fight, of watching it on his YouTube channel. It didn't seem bad. Joey, wood chipper or listen to Brendan Shaw for an hour? Wood chipper for sure. Wood chipper for sure. I mean, how could you listen to Brendan Shaw for an hour? Who do you think can beat Ankalaev? Feels like a long title reign is coming. I mean, people have power in the division, so it could be anybody with huge knockout power, which could be Jan Blachowicz. I mean, it may not even win the belt. But I think a long title reign's coming too. I don't like Jiri's chances, but I think Jiri and Ankalaev would be fun, but not off a year layoff. Not off a year layoff. I don't think Glover beats Ankalaev. So it's going to be tough. But it'd be like a KO from Jan Blachowicz or a KO from Jiri Prochazka. Outside of that, there's nobody I really see beating Ankalaev right now. Unless you clip him. Unless you have the ability to stuff some takedowns and clip him. But he's very technical. He's very good on the feet and has power in both hands. Throws good kicks. Is very athletic. Has good stamina. But he has been clipped before. He got dropped by Thiago Santos. And if Jan Blachowicz clips you with that same punch, he might put you to sleep. Who does Glover fight now? I don't know. They probably give him like the worst possible. They probably make him fight Alexander Rakic. Also, Rakic could beat Ankalaev, depending on how he comes back from his injury. Rakic stylistically give Ankalaev problems, but hard to say. That's funny you said that right after I said that. I don't know how it was on the YouTube live delay, but that came in right after I said. But we don't know how Rakic is going to look coming off a big injury. That is the thing. Jeez Louise. Let's see. One championship just announced the card, I see. Featherweight Kickboxing World Championship. Flyweight Kickboxing World Championship. January 13th at 8 p.m. Whoa. Okay. What Rakic injury caused by Jan? I don't even know if we got an answer exactly what it was. Do you think John Jones versus Ngannou will be the biggest seller? But people just like Conor. I think it should be a big pay-per-view, but casuals buy Conor fights. I think it'll be one of the biggest pay-per-views, but I don't think it'll outsell Conor probably. I think it could, though, with the right promotion. How do you like Jamal Hill's chances against Ankalaev? I don't like it too much, but he has brutal KO power again. But I think he probably gets taken down and beaten up. So, but it would be very interesting. Jamal Hill would be interesting. Rakic would be interesting. And there was another, and Jiri would be interesting. I can't believe I forgot about Jiri because he's injured now. Was Rakic injury caused by Jan? Oh, I see. It wasn't really the question. Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, it was. I'm not a fan of the Dagestani fighters, but calling guys like Islam and Ankalaev boring are just dumb. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how you could look at Islam and call him boring. He's finishing guys left and right, and you're calling him boring. Rod Tang is fighting in January. That's a must-watch. Agreed. What's happening, Joey? What's up, White? What's going on? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. We're just chilling. I'm going to see the result of the Kayla Harrison fight and go from there. I'm not watching it, though. When is it anticipated to start? Does anybody know? Just out of sheer curiosity. When is it scheduled to start? Let's see. I don't see anything about them walking out. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The breaks are too long in PFL. PFL's pacing is horrendous. Ankalaev, you can argue, is boring. Santos' fight was pretty forgettable. But what about that Ian Kutalaba fight, though? But I know what you mean. Yeah, the Santos fight wasn't particularly exciting. If you don't understand grappling, then you find Islam boring. But if you understand it, it's fun to watch. With PFL pacing, probably another 30 minutes. Probably. Maybe in like 15 minutes. Crazy Span had the nerve to call for a top 5 fight after beating a guy who's been KO'd 3 straight times. Great win, but Smith just embarrassed him. That is true. That is true. I think Ankalaev round 5 TKO, standing finish, and Patty split decision, Jairzinho round 1 KO. That's oddly specific predictions for the split decision there. But we'll see. I can't believe Patty's going to be in a co-main event. I really can't believe Patty is going to be in a co-main event. Span got KO'd by Johnny Walker not that long ago. That is very true as well. A loss to Johnny Walker does not age particularly well. So, Panthers is rooting for Patty. We'll see what he does. I'm just going to search something. I wonder how many people are actually watching PFL right now. Let's see. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Let me see something. I might see if I can watch the main event real quick. Let me see if I can find the main event real quick. I got to purchase it real quick or something. I don't know. We'll see. And maybe I'll check out the main event, just see what's going on there. If Jan lets Ankalaev play his game, he'll lose 50-45 and needs to make it a dogfight. He could get out grappled. Oh, I'm watching, just didn't buy it. There you go. How does Kayla do in the UFC? I think she could do all right, but there's not a 155-pound division. There's not a 155 division. Yes. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Keep the questions coming, guys. Love to see Reyes enter his slap fight competition. I don't care about slap fight. Yeah, I'm not clicking on that link. I don't want to click on that link there. I don't trust those. I don't trust those fries. I legit think Jarrett Gordon is 50-50 fight for Patty. There is no give me. I'm definitely not a co-main. Lamau. Yeah. Horrendous co-main. Horrendous co-main. PFL main event is about to start. Okay, I'm going to continue to see if I can get it done. Fries, check Discord. I'm going to see if I can get it done. And watch, at least check out the main, even though I don't feel like it. Guys, if you have not yet liked this stream, do me a favor and like this stream. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. We're gonna watch the main event, I think. Here in a second. I'm just trying to pull it up momentarily. That's crazy. Okay. Do you own your house? Yes, I do. I pay a mortgage on it, if that's what you mean by own, yes. I bought it a couple years ago. That's an odd question. What made you ask that? That's an odd question. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What are they walking out right now? Any PFL fighters you think would do well in the UFC? Not off the top of my head. Kayla versus Chandler, like the chat, yo. There you go. How does PFL pay $1 million but the UFC doesn't? I don't know. It's only for certain fighters, I guess. And they probably write it as off as promotion, I guess. And whoever's funding World Series or whoever's funding whoever's funding I keep wanting to call it World Series fighting, but PFL is basically fronting that, and they think they're going to get their returns in the future. But I don't know. But the UFC pays some of their top fighters. Sorry, I had a brain fart there. UFC pays some of their top fighters millions. So I guess there's that. Congrats on 6K. Easily 7.5 before the end of the year. Keep up the good work. Yep. I know I'm going to hit 10K before the 2-year anniversary of the channel, which is amazing. Dude. Okay. Back to what we were doing. A lot of UFC old fighters make a killing in PFL. Yeah, true. Thoughts on Jorge turning down Burns 3 times? I don't know why he signed a new deal if he won't take fights. Dude, he doesn't want it. It's a bad matchup for him. He's ducking them. He's ducking them like crazy. I don't think PFL ever beats out the UFC. No, that's not even possible. Do you think Gregor Gillespie fight? Do you think we see a Gregor Gillespie fight against? Who do you? I don't think Gillespie ever fights again, to be honest. What made you start your channel? I wanted to start a channel for like 10 years from now. I wanted to start a YouTube channel on MMA since about 2012-ish, 2013. And I just never had the courage to do it. And finally, I just said, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, do you think we see Gregor Gillespie fight again? No. I don't. I think if we do, it'll be in another promotion. It will be in another promotion. I honestly wonder how many people actually bought tickets to this event. I wonder. And how many were comped to just make it look like it was full there. I got it up, but better hurry. Okay, hold on. I don't know how to join. I'm trying to watch. Hold on a second. Is my microphone still working here? Okay. All right, let's see. Kayla Harrison's on top of her right now. I'm watching the fight here. I'm done, dude. Kayla just got her now, beating her up. The girl's throwing some shots off her back. I'm watching the main event right now. But it looks like it's going to be over here shortly. Kayla Harrison just got her down, beating her up right now. Just big ground and pound in full guard. The live odds are apparently almost negative 1,500. But the girl on the bottom's throwing some good hammer fists, but she's still getting beat up. She's still getting beat up. This GoPro cam is pretty cheesy. Let's see. Kayla's got her up against the fence. There's 1 minute and 38 seconds left in the first round. I can't believe I'm even watching this, but at least I didn't watch a whole lot of it. Kayla's just beating her up. I mean, just dominating her. Another dominant win. Just smashing her. Unless she gasses out and the referee doesn't stop it from her beating the shit out of her and then she loses somehow. But Kayla's just too big. I mean, there's nobody her size, that athletic, that's fighting in MMA. The girl's trying to throw up submissions, but Kayla's just too big. I mean, she's just smashing her. She's just smashing her up against the fence right here. 54 seconds left. Kayla's trying to pass. Kayla's standing. The Pacheco is on her back. Kayla's just now kicking her legs. Just kicking her leg. This is garbage. I mean, who's paying $55 to watch this garbage? I mean, this is garbage. This is straight up garbage. Kayla's just standing above her now. Now she jumps down in her guard. Starts throwing some more ground and pound. 24 seconds left. Now she's strangling her. Now she's looking to land some more ground and pound. The girl rolls to her hands and knees, trying to get up to her feet. Kayla tries to take her back. 10 seconds left. It's going to probably go to a second round. She's beating her up against the fence now. Ground and pound up against the fence. The other girl, Pacheco, is beaten up. I don't even know her name. I don't even care to know her name, to be honest. Call me a casual if you will. So, Yo, Joey, I was just on the MMA holes and he was roasting you for no reason. Dude, I don't even have a response for that. I just laugh, man. I just laugh. That's hilarious. I don't even know if that's true, though. So you're probably just making it up. But that's fine by me. That's fine by me. I mean, they roast themselves by just going live. So I'd be embarrassed to own that channel. So I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it then. I'm sure during a Kayla Harrison fight, they're doing that instead. So okay. What was being said then, since you're so oddly specific? Second round is about to begin. Kayla Harrison fight. You should be embarrassed for watching that stream. Oh, Kayla Harrison just got a nasty leg kick and dropped to the ground, but she got right back up. Kayla looks tired, though. She does. And her striking's awful. Oh, big left hand, but Kayla gets clipped. Chin straight up in the air. Imagine Kayla gets KO'd here. Her chin is straight up in the air every time she tries to strike. Her striking is just horrendous. Her striking is just horrendous. Yeah, I think Nunes would beat Kayla Harrison up. Depending on the size disadvantage. Kayla's trying to close the distance. So. The other girl doesn't look too bad. Kayla kind of looks a little tired here. She's fainting level changes. She's barely moving her head. I could see her totally getting clipped on the feet. I mean, her striking is horrendous. All right, she gets in on a takedown. She gets her up against the fence here. Girl looks kind of defeated here up against the fence. I like how dude went and retracted. Dude went and retracted all his messages. That's hilarious. Well, you know what? Adios, too. He retracted every question. I blocked his channel now. He's not coming back and watching. Kayla Harrison gets a takedown. Oh, the girl's looking for a guillotine. She almost got it. Kayla Harrison now on her back. Kayla Harrison may lose. That's going to be funny. That's going to be real funny. But then PFL is going to sell another pay-per-view with this as the rematch. Kayla on her back looking for a single leg here. Imagine she gets subbed right here. That guillotine was pretty close. Now she's looking. Oh, Kayla going to get her down here. Nope, they're both back to their feet. So, Kayla's got her pressed up against the fence. Yeah, this is pretty funny, actually. Let's see. Oh, nope. Don't want that. Now Kayla's just got her pressed up against the fence. Just got her pressed up against the fence. It's a terrible fight, though, to be honest. Kayla looking for more takedowns. I can't believe, imagine the 17 people that bought this pay-per-view. Imagine that. Kayla looking for a takedown, but she can't get it. And it's 5 rounds and she looks tired. She gonna lose. I'm glad I tuned in to watch her lose, maybe. She looks tired. She looks for a trip and gets shucked off. Oh, this is gonna be real funny. And the odds are closing. I wish I could bet on Prochazka right now. She's plus 600. I wish I could bet on her right now. I wonder if you can. I doubt it. But let's see. Hold on 1 second. I would bet on Prochazka right now. With what I'm seeing right now. Let's see. I got a free bet on the. They just launched online betting. They only have UFC fights. They don't have PFL. I'm done. MMA, and it's only showing UFC fights for me. It doesn't show PFL. Let me search PFL. Nope, they don't have PFL on FanDuel. I was saying, for plus 600, I bet on it right now. I got $100 in free bets. I think Kayla Harrison's going to lose. She's shooting it on desperation, single leg. She's getting tagged on the feet. She's going to lose. She's horrible. She's horrible, but yet the live odds are still saying plus 450. She's getting tagged, and Kayla looks exhausted. I'm so happy now I tuned in to watch her lose, potentially. She looks for another takedown and gets reversed. And now she's looking to get top position here. Kayla is so bad. So bad she's going to end up on bottom here. So, I can't believe she has that bad a cardio. Kayla's going to lose this fight, guys. Oh, she's looking for an armbar. I think she's going to lose. She's going to lose. Second round coming to an end. She's gassed. She never met adversity. She's never met adversity ever. Why doesn't FanDuel let you bet on PFL? I would take them odds plus 500. I had a $100 free bet. I would have took that all day. I mean, obviously their odds could be a bit different, but you get the point. Kayla's gassed after 10 minutes. She's gassed after 10 minutes. All that shit she's been talking. All that shit she's been talking. She's gassed after 10 minutes. She ain't even training. She's just lifting weights, I guess. That's funny as hell. She's going to lose. I'm pretty confident she's going to lose, guys. Gassed after 10 minutes. And she be talking, I'm the best in the world. I'm fighting up cashiers. Yeah, so I guess this girl's a step up from a cashier. Somebody said that. I wasn't sure how good she was. She got dominated in the first. Why would I be nervous? I don't care who wins this one. I don't care who wins. Third round has started. I just think it's funny if Harrison loses. I want to see the live odds now. And I don't know why PFL has the graphic up the whole round, taking up real estate. Kayla's just shooting on desperation's takedowns. Now she's getting beat up. That's crazy. Kayla's fitting to lose, and she's still the favorite. Oh, she gets a single leg. This ain't good for the girl. The girl's getting tired too, and she can't get up off her back. She's beating her up from the bottom, and Kayla doesn't like getting punched. I mean, nobody does, but she's really grimacing while eating shots from the top, and she's not doing anything. She's not landing any damage in back. It's even odds now. The odds have finally evened out. This is so funny. I'm dying laughing right now. I can't believe Kayla's still a favorite, but it's getting close to even odds. And Kayla's on top. Whoa. The girl's just throwing brutal shots from the bottom. And Kayla's completely gassed, and she literally has 15 minutes in the fight to go, basically. Just under 15 minutes. She got 13 minutes to go. 13 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fight. And how is Kayla minus 500 favorite? Just because she's got her down here, she's completely exhausted. Oh, Kayla's about to get triangled now. She's about to get triangled because she's exhausted, not doing anything in guard. She's going to get triangled. It looks tight, but I can't see. It's a horrible angle. It's a horrible angle. I think Kayla's going to survive this, but I don't know. We can't. The camera angle is just awful. They're just showing an above view angle. She's trying to cinch up this triangle. Prochazka. And she's beating Kayla up while she's got her legs wrapped around her. But apparently she's all right. I don't know why she doesn't keep hammer fisting her. I would beat the piss out of her. She's not defending herself at all. Now she's looking to use it to get an armbar too. She doesn't have the leg cinched underneath the... She's switching to an armbar, but she doesn't get it. And then she keeps the triangle lock, but it's not tight enough because Kayla's just too big and too strong. Kayla's finally getting out of it. Oh, she's looking for an armbar here, but Kayla's out. This is hilarious. Oh, Kayla's about to get on her back. They're both exhausted. It's just who makes a terrible mistake first at this point. It's who makes a terrible... Now Kayla's on top. She's just breathing now. She's breathing on her. This is just... this is hard to believe. We're in the third round right now. Kayla's exhausted. The other girl's exhausted. I would still slightly favor the other girl, honestly. Because even when... Oh, Kayla just full mounted her. Now I'm getting a little bit... questioning what I was just saying. Because now she's got her full mounted, but she's not even throwing any shots because she's exhausted. She's just looking for a breather here. She doesn't even have 2-round cardio. She doesn't even have 2-round cardio. Now she's throwing little baby ground and pound shots. She hasn't postured up at all, even though she has an opportunity to posture up. Oh, now she's posturing up. Nothing's really getting through too crazy. Landed some baby shots. She's looking for an arm triangle. She's looking to set up an arm triangle. We'll see what happens. Beating up the body with little baby shots. They're both so tired. Kayla's trying to set up an arm triangle here. Dude, she's just beating her up here. A little hammer fist. 30 seconds left in the third round. It's going to go to a fourth most likely. Unless she gives up a last minute submission. But they're both so exhausted. Kayla may go for like a last minute armbar. Or she's posturing up now. She's trying to give a last minute burst to get a finish while the round's over. Round's almost over. She could transfer to an armbar, but the fence is in the way. The girl is throwing shots from her back while she's full mounted. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds. I mean, they're both exhausted. They are both exhausted. Kayla just laid on her for the last 5 seconds without even trying anything. Kayla literally looks like she's already been in a 5-round war. I don't know how either of these girls can fight for 10 more minutes. I don't know how they could. I really don't. I really don't. But we'll find out what happens. People are going to act like this is such a crazy fight. It's so low level. I honestly can't even enjoy this. It's 2 rounds to 1. Kayla is up right now. She won the last round in the last minute, but Kayla literally looks so gassed. She looks so gassed. The other girl looks gassed too, but Kayla looks like she don't even want to get off the stool. The other girl appears to be in better shape, in my opinion. If Kayla can't get her down right away, I mean, she was in full mount. If she was fresh, she could have finished her. But she was so tired, she just laid there in full mount for quite a bit. The footwork is just sloppy. Oh, she lands the left hand. Kayla does. I don't even know how you pronounce the other girl's name. I wish I could have bet on her. I'd have bet 100 at plus 600. Kayla looks so tired. She shoots on another takedown. Stuffed. She looks for an elbow over the top. Doesn't land. She just keeps fainting the level change. We're in the 4th round, by the way, guys. I mean, both of them are tired. Not a whole lot of shots being thrown. Terrible, ugly feints. What's her name is just worried about the takedown here. So she's not opening up with shots at all. Kayla just wants to get her down so she can lay on her and rest. She gets another takedown. Oh, the girl's looking for a guillotine. She didn't get the takedown. It was stuffed. She's got a guillotine here. Nah, I don't think she's gonna get it. Kayla gets her down. She shouldn't have went for the guillotine there. Now she's on her back. She ain't getting up. Kayla's gonna win. She's just laying there now. Just laying there chilling. So I think Kayla probably wins now. But they're both so exhausted. I can't imagine seeing them fight for another 10 minutes. This is going to be horrifically boring. Oh, she's working her way back to her feet, but I think Kayla's going to get her down again here. She's in a bad position. Oh, no, she turns into her. She's back up. Kayla looks for another takedown, though. Girl sprawls. Puts her body weight on her. Kayla's just hanging on for dear life. The other girl's definitely in better shape. Kayla's just hanging on to a single leg for dear life. Kayla's about to get rear naked. She's got her back. Kayla just gave up her back in a scramble because she's so tired. Kayla's going to turn into her, though. It's not a good back mount here. Like she's off to the ribs. And Kayla's going to turn into her, end up on top. Prochazka should try to look to end up in full mount. Nope, now Kayla's in full guard here. I swear, if people act like this was one of the best fights ever, I'm going to be pissed. All right, the girls, Prochazka's working her way back to her feet. Kayla's got her pressed up against the fence here. Don't illegally knee her. Oh, if Kayla could throw some knees right here, she'd just brutalize her. But she can't. She's just hanging on, resting. Break them. Break them, Keith. I mean, they're literally doing nothing. They've been doing nothing for 25 seconds. They've been doing nothing for 25 seconds right now. They've been doing nothing for 25 seconds. I can't believe this. All right, Kayla snaps her down to her hands. They're both on their hands and knees right here. Kayla's trying to sneak out and take the back. They're both exhausted here. They just want to rest. They rest for 30 seconds, then they try to transition. Then they rest for 30 seconds, and then they try to transition. They're leaning up against the cage here. Kayla's got the back body lock here. I mean, this is horrendous. I mean, it's exciting. Mildly. Kayla looking for a takedown. Reversal, scramble. People are going to act like this is the greatest MMA fight ever. Now Prochazka's on top on the ground here. 1:18 left in the 4th. Kayla's exhausted too. If Prochazka can keep this position, maybe even get a full mount, she could win this round still, I think. Kayla's just so big. But she's exhausted. She's just looking for a breather on the ground, but so's the other girl. They're both exhausted. Pacheco? I don't know, dude. I never even heard her name being said in my entire life. Pacheco just laying on her. Looking to get a full mount, but she's got to get reversed. Now she's just beating the ribs up of Kayla. There's 30 seconds left, though. Kayla's just hanging on. I feel like she could easily guillotine her right now if she snuck it out quick enough. Oh, big right hand as Kayla gets up. But people are going to act like this was so good because Kayla's never faced adversity before. That's why. When a dominant fighter faces some adversity, regardless of how low level the fight may be, they act like it's the greatest fight ever. It happens all the time. But it is what it is. 4th round is over. I think it's 2-2 now. I think you can make an argument it's 2-2. And Kayla's definitely more exhausted. I'll tell you that much. Definitely more exhausted. Is anybody else watching this fight, and what do you think of it? I think it's extremely low level, but it's exciting. Extremely low level, but it's exciting. People are saying 38-38. Oh, let's see what this is. I'm seeing a clip. What's he doing? I'm watching a clip of Ali. Ali went over there and tried to give corner advice, and one of the refs yelled at him, and he looks like he got all pissed. All right, 4th round, right? Or no, just 2-2. 5th round's about to begin. So whoever wins this round wins the fight, in my opinion. But they're going to probably rebook this in PFL again. It's dead even odds right now, basically. Kayla's a slight favorite. But I think she looks so exhausted. How could you pick her right now? If she loses this round and gets the fight somehow by decision, that's a straight up robbery, basically. Kayla took round 1. Pacheco took round 2. Kayla took round 3. And Pacheco took round 4. So we'll see who takes round 5. They're both just throwing like 2-punch combinations and then backing off. Kayla looking for takedown stuff. They clinched. They're against the fence. Now they're just up against the fence, but Pacheco got the dominant position here. Has her pressed against the fence here. She should just throw some knees here. Just get some work in. Kayla almost gets her down. But she's right back to her feet. Kayla's just been hanging on, honestly, since round 3. They're back in the clinch position, 50-50, just kneeing each other a little bit here and there. They're both, Kayla's literally doing nothing, just hanging on right now. She'll hang on for 30 seconds and then look for a trip. I can't believe PFL puts up these huge graphics for the entire fights, for the entire length of a fight. Kayla's just hanging on, hugging. This is the definition of just hugging. All right, she lands a knee and then she shoots on another double leg. She's getting her ribs beat up. She's on a single leg now. She's eating some hammer fist here to the face. She's eating some big hammer fist. What's her name's beating her up here while she's on this single leg, this desperation single leg. She's so desperate for the single leg. Now she's just getting beaten up. Big hammer fist to the side of the head of Kayla as she just hangs onto a leg. It could get stopped. She's just laying there not defending. I know she's kind of pushing from the leg, but she's just hanging on resting. She's going to lose this fight. She's losing this round right now, just hanging onto a leg. As long as Pacheco doesn't make a mistake and end up on her back here. Kayla's just hanging on. And she's just beating her up with hammer fist right now. Hammer fist to the side of the head. She finally lets go of the leg. But Kayla's exhausted. She's going to lose. It's going to be hilarious. Yeah, Kayla's going to lose. I don't know how they don't have the other girl as a favorite right now. She may finish her here. She may finish her. She's got her up against the fence. Kayla's just completely exhausted. She's on 0 right now. She's just shelling up. Pacheco, you cannot let her turn into you because now that she's on her back, she's going to let her turn into her. Oh, Pacheco's got the body triangle, but Kayla's going to slip out and end up on top here. Idiot! You had a dominant position there against a fighter who was exhausted, and you try to take her back and you do a half-assed job of it. Kayla can't. Look, Kayla's limbs literally look like they're jelly. She can't even throw a punch. It's like linging like this when she's trying to throw a punch. But Kayla's just laying on top of her now, not throwing anything. I think she's already lost this round, unless she does something big here. Because she's eating far too much damage. Pacheco needs to get up, though. She can't just lay here. It's a bad look. She's got to force her way up. She's trying to, but Kayla's trying to stay on top of her with everything she's got. But she's not doing anything here. Not doing anything. Just laying in guard. Just laying in guard, hugging. It's going to end like a minute left. I think Pacheco takes round 5. Depending on what happens at the end here. There's 1 minute left. If Kayla can get some big ground and pound shots, she throws one big right hand there. But her arms literally look like they don't work. But Pacheco, what a terrible decision. She had her just curled up in a ball, beating the piss out of her, and she decides to try to take her back instead of just staying on top. Now I got to figure out. And honestly, Pacheco's landing better shots from the bottom than Kayla's landing from the top. And a big up kick. Let's see. Yeah, Pacheco won this fight 3-2. 10 seconds left. I think Pacheco won this fight. I think it's 3-2, Pacheco. People are going to act like that was the greatest fight ever. It was horrendous. It was exciting, but it was terrible. Kayla Harrison lost that fight. But does anybody else sense a robbery coming? I'm tweeting that out right now. PFL World Championship. Kayla thinks she won. There's no way. She did not win that fight. I'm telling you right now, she lost. She clearly lost that 5th round. She clearly lost that 5th round. I'm telling you, it's not going to surprise me they give Kayla 50-45 somehow. I think Pacheco won. But it's not going to surprise me if they give it to Kayla. Kayla has terrible cardio. One person pushed her. She looks like she's having a heart attack. It looks like she just said to her coach, I didn't win. There's no way. I don't know. Maybe because of the first round. Kayla outlanded Pacheco massively on the ground strikes. 2, 4, and 5 was Pacheco. They have the right scorecards. Fighter performance ratings. I mean, Kayla lost that fight. I already see people acting like it's the best fight ever. All right, here we go. They're about to announce the decision. Kayla's exhausted. She is exhausted. They'll run this back if she loses. They probably won't run it back if she wins, though. Let's hear. Oh, how long are they going to take to read this? All 3 judges. 48-47. Come on. Get to it. Oh, Kayla lost by decision. She lost by decision. PFL's probably pissed right now. But I don't know. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they'll be happy because they got a rematch. She just got $1 million beating up Kayla. Good, it wasn't a robbery. We didn't get a robbery there. That's awesome. People are going to act like that was the greatest fight ever. Just because it was competitive. I think they'll run that back for sure. Doesn't matter if it's their 3rd fight or not. The other ones were forever ago. I'm not surprised. Kayla's cardio is horrendous. I never want to hear her talk again. The best part, yeah, nobody cared about it now, and they still made it. Nobody ever cares about it, so they're gonna make it again. She was. She just hung on for dear life in the 5th round, and it cost her. It was her cardio. Her cardio was horrendous. That's what happened. Dude, Kayla looked awful in that fight. Are they going to interview Kayla or no? I wonder. I can't believe we end up watching the main event here. Blades versus Jones. Who wins? I'm always rocking out with Jones. Jeez Louise. I told you I wanted to bet on Pacheco. Imagine the people who won betting massive odds, yeah. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. They're just interviewing her now. She's not really saying anything more. Do, 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 do. Are they going to interview Kayla? Looks like maybe. I don't know if she's still in the cage or not. Do, 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 do. I don't think they're interviewing her. They're just showing her with the $1 million check. That's it. So I don't think they're interviewing her. That's it. Hilarious. Hilarious. You know, Kayla spent a lot of time beating up absolute bums, and now she got beat up by a bum. I don't think either one of them are good. I think they're both. I think they're both horrendous. I don't think either one of them is a good fighter. Yep. I'm not watching this anymore. I am off here, deleting that out of there. That is hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Do do do. Kayla was always shit. Yo Romero versus Pereira. That'd be fun. Well, that was a good laugh. Well, that was a good laugh watching that fight exactly. And someone in the chat said Kayla would dominate Amanda. Lol. Maybe Joey is Kayla's bad luck. Imagine the people who won massive betting. Yeah. Yep. Whew. I don't even know what I just watched. It was horrendous. Um. I tweeted earlier, I'm curious if even 7 people buy the PFL pay-per-view. What a horrible idea for PFL. People barely watch the free fights, and now you're attempting a pay-per-view. Imagine wanting to spend $50 to watch Kayla Harrison beat up a grocery store cashier, right? Huge miscalculation by PFL. Somebody quoted it and spelled it with like all these weird letters and said, Kayla fights grocery store cashiers. Well, this is an easy response. Easy response. Imagine wanting to spend $50 to watch Kayla Harrison. I'll add one word. Get beat up by a grocery store cashier. There you go. I can't imagine anybody wanting to. What a horrendous fight. They are both such low level. I don't ever want to see Kayla Harrison in the UFC. That shit's embarrassing. So you paid 55 to watch Kayla get beat up by a grocery store cashier instead of beat up one. I'd rather donate $1 billion to Joey's channel than pay $50 for a PFL pay-per-view. Let me put in the title. Let me put in the title. Kayla Harrison loss. Save. Wonderboy versus Holland predictions. I'm leaning Wonderboy, but I don't know. He's old and he's refusing to fight everyone. So. And for those of you saying Kayla was never good, spare me. She's a tremendous fighter. No, that was horrendous low-level MMA. That was low-level MMA. No one will ever convince me that wasn't low-level MMA. People, for some reason, they glorify it and they say it's great and this and that. Dude, that was just. Oh, another thing is Ali's their manager. Makes it even better. Makes it even better. That is hilarious. Pena could definitely outstrike Kayla. Dude, I'd pick Juliana Pena over Kayla Harrison any day. I would pick Juliana Pena over Kayla Harrison, to be honest. I mean, like, the striking was horrendous. The cardio was horrendous. I mean, she would have got exposed badly by somebody like Nunes. And her size was her only real big advantage. I can't believe anybody bought that pay-per-view. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed if I bought that. You know? Could you imagine? Put that in there. Reorganize a little bit. They were trying to set up Kayla and Cyborg for a while. Guess not anymore. Dude, Cyborg would dirt her badly. Cyborg would have wrecked her. Dude, I wonder how mad, if PFL's mad or they're happy. So, I mean, that was the right decision, though, for sure. Also, I got to tweet this out. Kayla Harrison would have gotten wrecked by Chris Cyborg or Amanda Nunes. I honestly think Juliana Pena would brutally finish her. Kayla Harrison would have gotten wrecked by Chris Cyborg or Amanda Nunes. I honestly think Juliana Pena would brutally finish her. Hashtag PFL World Championship. Carlos Barza beats both in the same. Already read that. Now the chat's glitching for some reason. If I'm PFL, I'm pissed because I still don't even know the other girl's name. Yeah, she's a tremendous judo player. She fights at a weight where no real competition. There aren't even any fights at 155. Yeah, she's not tremendous at anything, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I can't believe how bad her cardio was. Her cardio lasted 2 rounds. Her cardio lasted 2 rounds. I mean, horrendous. Horrendous. She's now Kayla Harrison has lost. She's got that one loss on that MMA record. 15-1. Beating a bunch of bums. Do you think pay-per-view buys did under 50K? I think it did under 10K. I would love to see the pay-per-views come out. I mean, like, there's no way. There's no way that even 10,000 people bought that. There's no way that 10,000 people bought that. I just can't. I won't. I cannot subscribe to that. Bro, her cardio looks so bad. When I'd love to know how many pay-per-view buys PFL did. Ooh. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. What was I posting? I'd love to know how many pay-per-view PFL World Championship did. I, in no way, no, there's no way, no way they did enough to cover the millions they gave out tonight. I'd be shocked if they sold 10K pay-per-views. Let's see. What a night. What a night. Derek Brunson has the worst cardio ever in the UFC. I mean, he out cardio Darren Till. Um, okay. Why was Kayla Harrison so mad when Pena beat Nunes? Was she planning to sign with UFC? I think that was the thought process. She could maybe get paid a big payday to basically fight Nunes. Let's rename this stream to Joey Shits All Over PFL. I don't want to be all that. Um, but that's probably true. That's probably true. I probably did shit on PFL. I kind of feel a little bit bad about that, but it is what it is. It's just, I mean, and I called it during the fight. Like that fight was not that great. It was exciting, but it was not that great. And they're gonna pretend like it was the greatest fight ever just because it was competitive. But it is what it is. Hopefully they continue to grow. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. But guys, don't forget to like the stream before you go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to get out of here. I don't even know if I'm going to do my video now. It's getting late, but I might do one video before I go to bed. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Appreciate every single one of you, and have a good rest of your night. I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.